I'm recording it, but you won't see anyone else, only me. So, little dab, rub, hands up over the face, close your eyes, take the deep breaths. Nice, long, slow breaths, standing nice and tall. Feet are spread apart, at least hip distance or more. Hands up over the face, close the eyes, and breathe into the tummy. So it's easier when you're standing to breathe into the tummy because kind of gravity pulls it down as well, but you're expanding the tummy, trying to push everything downwards, push the chest down, so you're drawing the breath into the lower abdomen, and then your exhale, bringing the tummy back in towards the spine. And just practicing that breath with the mouth closed, in and out through the nose. And when you hear the sound of the bell, try and imagine that it's clearing away any thoughts from your mind, letting go of any responsibilities, anything at all that you have to do later or that you've done today, or just forgetting about it, letting it go. And then I want you to start opening up the feet. So we're going to kind of roll onto the tops of the feet and back to the heels. So up onto the toes and back to the heels. And then just trying to spread your toes out so you're moving maybe your big toes in and then your small toes down. So opening the toes apart as wide as you can, like your fingers, and then pressing the big toe and the little toe down and trying to raise all the other ones upwards. Trying to scrunch up the toes like two fists. And then spread them out open, and we're coming back up onto the tippy toes. So we're just doing loads of playing around with the feet and the toes. And then we're going to bring the foot in and just trying to lean kind of onto the outside of the ankle, rolling onto the front of the small toe or the bottom of the small toe. And then the same with the opposite foot. So you're rounding your foot, pointing the toes in towards the sole of the opposite foot. And relax. So we're just going to point the toes behind then, going round and around. We're just going to start with nice quick movements, just trying to release anything that's held on to us during the day, changing the feet, just rolling the toes, letting them crack or release any tightness, pointing into the tippy toes then again. And then we're just going to shake the feet as hard as we can. So shaking your right foot. You can go around in circles. Just getting it nice and loose, feeling it getting warm. And then the left foot. Giving them a nice shake. And as you shake, just trying to imagine that you're shaking away anything, any pain, any tightness, any soreness, any injuries, anything you're holding on to around the feet. Or the root, you're just shaking it away. Change feet, and then just rolling the ankles nice and quickly, going in both directions, and we're going to start rolling the wrists as well at the same time. Keeping that breath into the tummy, changing feet. Back the other way. And then we're going to catch on to the, I'm just going to come down so the camera can see me, catch on to the wrists and roll the wrists so our forearms are rubbing against each other. Hands are clasped. And then we're going to shake the hands really quickly, but shake them overhead as hard as you can. Shake the wrists forwards and backwards, side to side. And keep the hands up over the head. Stretch them up as high as you can. Then we're going to take a deep inhale, reaching up and looking up, 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 up. And then exhale, letting the head hang down towards the feet. We're going to keep moving, just rocking side to side, trying to kind of open up, wake up the muscles, warm them up with a little bit of heat. Keep swinging the arms around side to side. And then we're going to catch onto the ankles, bend the knees, and try and pull your chest as close to your upper legs as you can. Now we're going to stand onto the palms of the hands, pushing the toes downwards, lifting the chest up, point the toes down, keep the bend in the knees, and wiggle the hips a little bit. Try and feel in your own body, or notice in your own body, or just get in touch with your own body now. We're going to just walk the hands back into a plank, rolling backwards and forwards, trying to come up onto the tippy toes, and then trying to press the heels back up onto the tippy toes. So we're just opening up the backs of the legs and then the soles of the feet as well. The bottom of the back of the legs and the soles of the feet. So we're trying to feel or notice any imbalances in our own bodies, letting go of anything else, focusing on the breath. Just coming backwards and forwards, waking the toes up. Then we're going to roll forwards a little bit more. So we're going to come onto the fronts of the feet, drop the hips down, and open up the chest. So you're lifting the chin up to the ceiling. Breathe into the tummy. Then we're going to roll back and relax into a down dog. So point the hips up into the sky. Look straight through the legs, and here you're going to take long, deep breaths. And you're just trying to bring that energy into your body, spread it around, keep warming up the muscles, pedal the calves. But here we're just trying to get in touch with our breath. Lengthen the breath, draw it into the tummy, keep pedaling the calves. Then we're going to drop the knees down, curling the toes under. We're sitting back onto the heels. So our backs are up nice and tall, chest is open, hands are coming down by the sides. So we're going to keep the toes curled under. If it's painful, just point the toes and then come back into it again. But to distract yourself, we're going to take the hands coming, palms coming upwards, inhaling to look up. And then exhale, turning the palms down slowly, exhaling through the nose. Making sure the baby toes are curled under as well. Inhale to look up. Relaxing the chest, exhale, turn the palms down, and slowly come back down. Inhale again, reaching up. Exhale, slowly coming back down again. And then we're going to point the toes behind and try and lift your knees up in front if you can. Sitting all the way back onto the soles of the feet. Trying to feel that stretch in the front of the shin and ankle, the lower leg. Then we're going to drop the knees down, bringing the hands in front. Get that nice roundness in your lower back. And we're walking the hands side to side. So over to the left, we're going to take the right hand on top of the left hand. And take a couple of breaths here, just trying to relax into it and let the side body open up. Slowly come over to the right side, then doing the same thing, taking the left hand on top of the right hand. Feeling the left side of the body opening up. Keep breathing into the tummy. And walk the hands back in front. So we're going to slide the hands forward, coming onto, so our hips are over our knees, and then we're pressing the chest down towards the mat. Pointing the hips up. And then we're going to bring the palms together in front, opening the fingers apart. Try and bend the elbows now behind the back of the head. Keep trying to press the shoulders, the inside of the shoulders or the armpit down towards the mat and feel it in the back of the top of the arm. Bringing the hands back down, we're going to come back into our box shape. And just do a couple of cat-cows here with your own breath. Inhaling to lift the chin, exhaling to round the back. Tucking the chin in, so we're inhaling to look up. We're going to close our eyes for this and just try and get in touch with your own body. Listen to your own body, feel your own body, feel your own breath. And don't think, worry, or bother with anything else. If you feel like you need to come back a little bit with your roundness, do. Feel it in your lower back or roll forward. You feel it in your upper back. And then we're going to come back into that neutral position, sitting back onto the heels, but opening the knees out nice and wide. Trying to sink the chest down, breathing into the tummy. Feel the insides of the legs or the hips opening up. And just try and relax into it. Close the eyes, listen to the breath. Then try and gently slide the hands forward a little bit, letting the knees open apart a little bit more. Keep trying to press the chest down, but your hips are just coming up a little bit more from the mat. Trying to tilt the hips forward so your tummy is coming down. And then walking the hands back again, trying to sit back towards the soles of the feet or the heels. Just feeling it in different areas of the hips. Slowly come all the way back up then. We're going to come back onto the knees. If you're uncomfortable on your knees, you can cross your feet. Just straightening up the back nice and tall from the tailbone up into the top of the head. Trying to lengthen the spine upwards. We're going to take the left hand up and over the top of the head, and then just gently leaning the head towards that left shoulder. Try and kind of catch on to the base of the skull or the jaw. And then you're lifting that bone away from the muscle, basically. So just helping open up that side of the neck. And you can gently come towards the back of the skull then. Just trying to lift the skull upwards gently, opening up the back of the neck as you look forward slightly. And relax. Taking the right hand up and over. So we're catching on just underneath the ear, leaning over to the right side. Try and relax into it so you're cradling the head of the arm. And then we're taking the hand back a little bit and trying to lean the forehead forward. Trying to pull open just the side of the back of the neck. And relax. So we're interlocking the fingers behind the back now. Try and lift the chin, lengthen the elbows. Take a breath into the tummy. And then we're exhaling, chin to chest, arms up overhead. And try and hold this. Just trying to open up the arms, open up the chest. Keep pressing the head down, arms up. Breathe. Gently lean side to side, nice and slowly. And relax. So we're taking the hands in front then. Just cross the feet behind. So we're coming into sitting. So we're taking the right hand up and over now, so it's coming straight behind, and then our left hand is coming to the outside of that right knee. Trying to twist to the right, keep the length in the spine. Breathe into the tummy. And relax. Taking the right hand to the left knee, then twisting to look over the left shoulder. Deep breath into the tummy, and as you exhale, just pushing off that left knee a little bit more. Twisting the spine. Deep breath into the tummy. And relax. Just walking the hands in front and here. Feeling the hips and the lower back open up gently. Just leaning one shoulder down at a time, side to side. And then trying to walk our hands side to side. Just keeping that little bit of movement. And relax. So we're slowly coming up, just crossing the feet the opposite way and repeating that. Hands coming in front and just gently leaning the shoulders or the top of the chest side to side, over to the left and over to the right. And then walking the hands again over to the left. Keeping the head down nice and low and over to the right. You can close your eyes if you like and just try and listen, and only open them up if you need to. Listening to the body. So we're going to relax back to center. Bringing the soles of the feet down onto the mat in front of us. And just taking the hands back behind for a little bit of support. Try and get your fingers facing forward. Feet are open more than hip distance. And we're just twisting side to side. So dropping the knees over to the left. Looking over the right shoulder. And then dropping the knees over to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Knees over to the left, looking right. And right, looking left. So you're letting the opposite knee come into the up, letting the left knee come into the right heel, right knee come into the left heel. And you're changing direction that your head is turned. And just keep going. You can try and walk your foot in a little bit more behind if you like, if you want a deeper stretch. So instead of having your feet out here, you have them in here. Or trying to keep your back up a little bit taller. Keep going side to side. And relax. So we're bringing the soles of the feet together then. Just walking the hands in front. Try and let the head hang down. Feel the back opening up gently. Just leaning side to side again. And then walking our hands over to the left. Trying to inhale to lift the chin. And then exhale, trying to bring the head down towards that left knee. Slowly inhale back to center, and we're walking the hands either side of the right leg, inhaling to lift the chin, and then exhaling to let the head come down to the left knee. And relaxing back to center. So we're going to interlock the fingers around the tops of the toes. Inhale to lift the chin, and then exhale to draw the chest forward towards the toes. Trying to do that bobbing motion. And then giving the hands, or bringing the hands onto the knees, just giving the knees a little bit of help, trying to press them downwards. So you can push against the hands for as hard as you can. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to exhale and press them down. But I want you to do that in your own time. Just really forcing your pressure against the palms of the hands. Squeezing those knees inwards. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And then you're going to exhale, push the knees down and bring the chest forward. And relax. So we're going to cross the feet in front again, coming back onto the hands and knees. We're going to curl the toes under here again and come into our down dog. Just trying to pedal out the calves. And then dropping back down into your box shape. We're going to stretch the right leg back. So right leg is coming straight back. So curling the toe under, and then we're trying to press that heel towards the mat behind. Just trying to feel it stretch in the lower leg. Try not to let the foot slide. And then the left leg, same thing. Push, curling the toe under and then pushing that heel down. Now we're going to come into a plank. Holding the hips up. Engage in the core. Breathing into the tummy. So we're going to come down. If you're not comfortable in chaturanga, come down with the knees, chest and chin. Or else we're going to bend the elbows and roll the toes forward like before. Open up that chest. Breathe into the tummy. Lift the hips up. And then exhale back into your down dog. Pointing the hips upwards. Just feel that stretch on the back of the legs. Feel it coming into the hips. Keep pressing the chest back towards the knees. Then we're going to bend the right knee up and bring the knee up to the right hand, and then our foot is coming over to the left hand. Leaning down onto that left knee, pointing the left toe, keeping the hips up so they're in line. Inhale to lift the chin. Exhale, coming down onto the elbows or reaching the hands in front a little bit more. And just letting that right hip sink down towards the mat. Feel it opening up. Trying to press the lower belly down towards the mat. And then walking our hands gently side to side, over to the right. Taking the breath into the tummy, trying to draw that energy into the muscle. And as you exhale, you're relaxing the muscle into the stretch or into the pose. Coming over to the left side. Long, slow, deep breaths. Reminding yourself that this is your hour to do, engross yourself in you and forget about everything else. And that's the first thing you should be doing before you even think of moving. So keep reminding yourself of that. You're not going to miss out on anything. Definitely not right now anyway. So we're going to walk the hands in towards the shin. And if we can, try to bend that left knee behind and reach back with the right hand. So we're going to draw that heel down towards the hips. And just try and hold it and breathe. Send the breath where you need it. Nice and strong. Relax the left leg down. We're going to come back into our plank. And you can come down again, knees, chest and chin. Or bending the elbows into chaturanga. And then rolling the toes up into upward dog. Exhaling back into your down dog. Pointing the hips up. Relaxing into it. Listening to the breath. And then we're bending the left knee up and coming to the side, letting the left knee come to the left hand and the foot coming to the right hand. So we're pointing the right foot behind. Inhale to lift the chin. And then we're exhaling down onto the elbows. Walking the hands in front if you like, or just letting the upper body come down a little bit lower. Taking our weight over to the left. and over to the right. Just trying to relax into it, trying to notice if any part of your body has been held up kind of in a like intention unknowns to yourself. Sometimes just trying to walk your hands back in and bend the back knee so we're catching opposite hands, opposite foot. Sometimes the rest of our body might go into like a state of panic because our muscles are being stretched or used a little bit more or differently than normal. So like the other muscles will start to tense up and as a protective mechanism, but it's trying to get every muscle relaxed and just letting yourself melt into it. So we're going to come back into our plank from here, and then we're bending the right knee up and trying to step it forward between the two hands. Take your time, try and get the knee above the heel, coming into that low lunge. Just trying to lean the weight forwards, bringing the head down, and then lifting the chest up and reaching the hands up. Relax the hands back down. We're going to swing the hips backwards, exhaling down to the right leg. Then turning sideways here, just trying to sit back onto the heel, walking the hands over to that right leg again and exhaling down. And slowly coming back up onto the side of the mat, sliding the hand down that right leg again. Pushing the hips forward. And then down to the left side, lifting that right hand up, push the hips forward, take the arm overhead, look up to the fingertips, and relax. So we're going to walk the hands back over to this right leg, coming into your low lunge, curling the toe under, and changing legs. So the left foot is coming forward, knee over the heel, take your time, dropping the right knee, letting the head come down nice and low, let the chest come forward, lunge the knee, the hips forward, down towards the mat. Then we're going to reach the hands up, stretching for the ceiling. Then relaxing the hands back down. We're going to turn sideways, straightening out the leg. Try and lean over to this right leg now. Taking the hands either side, taking the head down towards the knee. And then we're going to come up onto our high knee, sliding the hand down that right leg, looking up to our left hand, push the hips forward. Sinking the hips back then. Coming back down onto this right leg. Coming all the way up, we're going to take the left hand down, reaching the right hand up, looking up to the fingertips, feel the right side of the body opening up. And relax. So we're going to curl the toe under, coming back into our low lunge. I'm going to twist around the opposite way. Pointing that right foot up, we're just going to slide side to side a couple of times. Point the left toe up and then pointing the right toe up. Just bending the opposite knee. Feeling the top of the insides of the legs opening up. Kind of into the insides of the hips. You'll feel it. Sometimes it might click. If it hasn't, you can kind of play around with it, because usually there's like a little bit of tension always held in there. Trying to get the chest down low. Just keep moving. You're going to listen to your own body. So if I need to spend a little bit more time on one side than the other, I might. You don't necessarily have to do the same. You have to listen to your own body. So we're going to come onto 2 feet from here. So our hands are on the mat, both feet are face forward. We're going to turn the fingers face behind. Try and walk the hands back as far as you can. Keeping the legs nice and straight. Tuck the chin in. And relax. So catching onto the ankles, doing the same thing, bending the elbows. And relax. So walking the hands side to side. Now you're just going to bend one knee and then bend the other. So whichever foot your hands are going to, that's the knee you're bending. Then trying to straighten out the opposite leg. And relax. So we can step the feet together from here, just letting the head hang down towards the feet again, catching onto the elbows. Deep breaths into the tummy. Letting the arms get a little bit heavier. Just noticing the difference in your body now than it was before. Then we're going to walk the hands back in front, walking our feet back into our plank. Coming down again with the knees, chest and chin. Inhale. Breathing into the tummy. We're going to bend the knees, drop the head back, point the toes up. And then come back into our down dog. So we're relaxing the knees down onto the mat. We're crossing the feet behind and stretching our legs out in front. So all the hard work is over. We can relax. And just thank yourself for doing everything that you've done so far. And we're walking the hands down either side of the legs, just letting the head hang down towards the knees. Giving a gentle little rock side to side. Just feeling the back opening up. Feel the back of the neck opening up. Leaning the head towards the shoulders. And then we're going to catch onto the soles of the feet if we can, or underneath the legs, or use a strap to wrap around the feet. Trying to keep the legs straight. Trying to draw the chest or the tummy down towards the upper legs. Chin coming towards the knees. So you're bending your elbows, trying to lengthen the back. Breathing into that tummy. Bending the knees slightly down. Try and get the chest closer to the knees. Looking to the toes. And relax. Come all the way up. Just bringing the soles of the feet down. Lift the hips up. Try and feel the upper body opening up. The arms opening up. Do a few little circles. Trying to draw a deeper breath into your tummy if you've shortened it. So we're relaxing the hips down towards the heels. And we're going to bend the right knee up and across. So our right ankle is across the top of the left knee. And we're bending that left knee in. So drawing the knee in towards the chest and pushing that right knee away. Or we can go in circles, nice and gently. And back the other way. Before we interlock the fingers again and squeeze the knee in. Changing legs, bringing the left heel across the top of the right knee. Pull the right knee in towards the chest and push that left knee away. Feel the left hip opening up. Listen to your own breath. Doing a few gentle little circles. Back the other way. And then interlocking the fingers again, drawing that right knee in. And relax. Gently lifting the hips up, then try and turn the palms so that they're facing upwards. Let all your weight come into the top of the upper back and the neck. Let the chin come into the chest. Now rolling the arms up overhead, reach the hands up overhead, stretch the fingers. Roll the back down, keep reaching as hard as you can. Bend the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the knees now, and we're bringing the head up towards the knees, trying to get that nice curve in the lower back. Gently rocking side to side. And then taking the hands to the knees, keeping the heels open, just doing that kind of breaststroke movement. Letting the heels come apart, letting the knees come apart, and you're just using that support with your hands, trying to let them hang down. Don't let them go, so you're always holding onto your knees. Let the heels open nice and wide. Come back the other way. And then we're bringing the soles of the feet back down onto the mat. Taking the arms out to the sides. We're going to take the right leg across the top of the left. And then just let the knees drop over to that left side. Trying to turn the head to look over the right shoulder. Keeping the upper body planted. Trying to press those knees down. Letting the hips twist, but trying to keep the mid back down on the mat. You're trying to get that spine in the middle of the back. Spine, that twist. Slowly come up. So we're taking the right foot down and the left leg is coming over the right leg. Just like you're crossing your feet, crossing your legs sitting down. But then we're dropping the knees over to that right side and turning the head to look left. Keeping the upper back on the mat. Letting the spine twist. Deep breaths into the tummy. And relax. Bringing the knees back into the chest then. Just letting the back lengthen against the mat. Listening to your breath entering your body. And then exhale. Relaxing the legs out straight. Making our triangle shape, bringing it in underneath the hips, pointing the fingers down, thumbs are joined around those two little bony parts. So we're gently coming up onto the elbows for support, push the chest up towards the ceiling, create a nice gap between your upper back and the mat, and then we're gently turning the head to look behind, coming onto the crown of the head. You can put a little blanket or pillow underneath your head here if you need to. Try to close the jaw, feel the front of the neck and the throat space opening up. And relax back down. We're going to reach the arms up overhead, pointing the toes, long stretch the length of the mat, and then bending the knees into the chest, point the toes upwards, and bring the head up towards the knees. Holding it, getting that nice roundness in the back. Letting the head relax down, keeping that roundness. Then slowly flatten the back onto the mat. Moving the knees side to side. And if we want to do a shoulder stand, try and get comfortable for a shoulder stand. If not, you can just bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out to the sides. Or you can do whatever's comfortable. Do whatever you need to. Listen to your own body. Or try a shoulder stand. So we're drawing the elbows in towards the sides of the body as close as we can. Hands are coming straight up from the elbows. Knees are drawn into the chest. Rounding the spine up. Keep that bend in the knees. Supporting your back with the hands. Looking up towards the knees. Then pointing the toes. So all your weight is in the neck and the upper back. Keep looking straight up towards the feet. Then we're going to drop the knees down, pointing the toes behind. Try and interlock your fingers if you can and lengthen your elbows along the mat. And then we're slowly coming down, one vertebrae at a time. Keeping your legs nice and straight. Making sure you have space. So your legs are coming down nice and slowly, using those core muscles. And relax. Just one last twist before we're done. Bending the knees up to 90 degrees. We're just going to do a couple side to side. Over to the left, looking right. And over to the right, looking left. Keeping that upper back planted. Letting the spine twist in the middle. And then give yourself a big hug. And as you exhale, relax. So you can throw your legs up the wall. You can bring your feet together. You can get a rug or a blanket or a mat or a pillow, whatever you like. And just try and get cozy. Turn off the light. Blow out your candle if you want. Take your time. And we're just going to lie down. You can have your legs up the wall either you wish. We're going to lie down. Kind of just make sure you have that gentle curve in your lower back. And listening to our breath. So you can take a couple of breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just visualizing any tension build up, any blockages, any tightness, any lactic acid, anything causing a little bit of friction in your body, in any part of you. Just imagine you're letting it go. Exhale it away, out through the mouth. And ask anything that needs to leave to leave. So we're just listening to our breath here. Trying to lengthen the breath. Keeping the mouth closed now, just resting the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Relaxing the jaw. And then begin to notice your own heartbeat. And just spend a moment trying to think about just those two things that you can hear. Your breath and your heartbeat. You can't just hear them, but you can feel them. And then notice all the things that they're doing for you and your body every single day. Without them, that you wouldn't be here. And then start to visualize yourself sending your energy or your breath. So as you inhale through the nose, try and visualize like a golden color coming in with your in-breath, and send that golden color to those organs like your heart and your lungs, or any other organs or parts of your body that you want to give a little bit of extra gratitude or appreciation for. And as you visualize you're sending your breath or your energy there, like visualize yourself saying thank you or exchanging that thankfulness to yourself or your organs, those parts inside of you. Then we're going to take a deep inhale. I want you to visualize the breath coming in through your nose all the way down your spine into the base of your spine and turning the color red down by your tailbone. Feel this red ball of energy warming up the lower body, relaxing all the muscles, making yourself feel safe and secure. And then feel that ball of energy rising up a little bit into your sacral area, turning an orange color, relaxing all the sacral muscles. Just feel yourself exhaling away any tension from these muscles, bones or limbs with your exhale. Moving that breath up into the tummy space, feeling a yellow energy coming off the breath, letting the sides of the body and the lower back open up and relax. And then bringing that breath up, or that ball of energy up a little bit more into the heart space. We're going to visualize it turning green and letting the upper body relax. Feel the energy entering into your organs that you need it. And just bringing healing and relaxation and gratitude to every part of this body or spirit that you're bringing this energy into. Move the breath up into the neck and throat space, then let it turn a light blue like the sky. Let the head rest to one side. Let all the neck muscles relax and let yourself melt down into the mat as you feel that breath cleansing your lungs, clearing your airways. And then let that light blue ball travel up into the head space and turn a navy color or a dark purple. Letting all the facial muscles soften a little bit more. Let the head get a little bit heavier. And then we'll send a white breath out through the crown of the head, just letting it clear the mind of any last thoughts. Anything else that you need to let go of, feel it cleansing away, clearing your aura, and helping to wash away or clear, release anything. Keeping the eyes closed, we're going to start to deep breathe into the tummy. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, just bringing your awareness back to the breath, back to the body. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, nice and deeply, drawing that energy up and down the spine. Giving the fingers and toes a little wiggle, bringing the awareness back to the arms and legs. Just gently turning the head side to side. Keeping the eyes closed. And we're going to bend the knees back into the chest. Giving a gentle little rock side to side in your own time. And then we're going to roll over onto the left side. If you want, you can blink your eyes open here, or else keep your eyes closed and slowly come back up to sitting. Where we're going to just cross the feet normally or sit in a comfortable position. Palms facing upwards on top of the knees, lengthening the spine, straightening up the back, opening up the chest. Touching the first finger off the thumb. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just spend a moment telling yourself as many things as you can that you like about yourself. Not that you like about anybody else, only things that you like about you. Many things as you can. It could be something as small as I like my fingernails, or I like my attitude on something, or blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to bring the hands together in front of the chest space. Just taking a couple of breaths in and out through the nose. Dog's on that. And then we're going to exhale to bow forward. Namaste.